So, in this video, I'm going to describe why I wear vests. And as much as I would like to get one that looks more to my style, I buy my stuff brand new but secondhand. I wait for rich people to buy stuff for their wives or husbands or cousins. Like when I need a butter dish, I wait for a solid silver one that somebody bought for their wife. Then their wife never uses it. She puts it on a shelf on a display. Solid silver butter dish never used. Then they donate plated silver butter dish. Then they donate it to a Salvation Army store. I come along, I see it still all shiny, never used with butter, and I pick it up. That's how I get gifts for other people as well. But with my clothing, I have a rule. For one, I dry it before it comes home so it gets super dried and cooked. Number two is that the clothing has to be brand new or not ever looking used. Now, I had a tough day today, and I'm going to show you. I'm not wearing my best clothing. I'm wearing a shirt that comes from the South, the deep South, and I'm wearing a vest that looks like Southern Baptist, or I don't know. That's what other people call it. I just use it as protection, and this is the thing I wanted to explain about my vest. So when I have seizures, my back gets cut up. I have a hernia right now, and if I bump into stuff, like sometimes I bump in the doorknobs at times, but I've even caught my hips on doorknobs before. I have spasms where my body doesn't move where I tell it, and that's a problem. So at times I'm bumping into stuff or I'm having full blown seizures where I wake up in the emergency room all cut up in the back and arms and my elbows and my knees and the back of my skull or the side of my skull and just all over. And sometimes, like two of my seizures, I went forward. The one where I went forward into the table, and then the one where I went forward into the cement. And then I just woke up in the hospital. But other people, witnesses who were there, told me what was going on, and the doctors in Lowell put me through a brain scan at least more than most people do. So why do I wear vests like the one I'm wearing? Because it gives my back some protection. It gives my stomach some protection right now. Before, I also have this. Oh, the tag has like a bulldog on it, or something, or two bones and a bulldog is on the tag. But it's what they call an impact vest. It's just a black vest. I think I have it around here someplace where I could probably show you. Ow. Oh, shit. Ooh. That's a spasm. Oh, my elbow and arm just went into a doorway, and no, it's not hanging up in the closet. I have it away. But anyways, it's a basic black plasticky vest. It's just a normal looking plastic black vest, except for the plastic is made like a fabric, kind of like a jean wallet. Have you ever seen those plastic wallets, the Velcro, and how the plastic is kind of woven? Have you ever seen that woven plastic, kind of like a tarp, but much thicker, almost like 20 tarps all put together real thick? So the jacket is like that with a layer of foam in between it. It's so if you fall off your motorcycle, you don't get cut up. I found that at Salvation Army, basic black, but it's one size too big. So I use it on top of my hippie outfit. So I have a hippie rainbow sweater. Actually, I think I got my blue version here going in the storage. So you got those sweaters, and I have an impact vest where that's just a basic black vest. I also have some old man sweaters, but all these vests help my back not cut up from seizures or falls. Even as a kid, I had a lot of injuries, and nobody ever did a thing about it. Well, now I'm an adult, and an injury might cost me my family, my job, especially if the doctors malpractice because of false information that's been given to them. So anyways, remember, I'm going to show you what I look like on an average day after I come home from getting stuff done. Now remember, I was at the bank and dealing with people But this vest is stupid. Before you say anything, yeah, these vests are maybe a little stupid, and I'd rather have a nice, expensive, thick one. But the dressy ones are usually thin, too thin to have protection. So this is what I'm stuck with. Oh, God, that hurts when I try to stretch. I'm not supposed to be stretching. I'm using a cane, as you can see, because if I bend down or if I try to stand up, now, you might not be able to see, but yeah, my collar's all messed up now. It was flush when I went out, but now it's all messed up. And everything, it's all worn out now today. It's not even buttoned up anymore. I'll try to fix it a little bit. It's the end of the day, taking my Triliptal and heading out to bed, to sleep. Got a couple more things to put together, and then 9 a.m. I'm getting a call because I got a truck and a storage unit coming by, a U-Haul big truck. I'm supposed to be doing at 10. And I have 2 kids I hired to do some storage some lifting of furniture for me. So I have to be ready to be in charge to say to these 26-year-olds, go get this, go over here. I got to be in charge. Oh, shit, I'm not good at being in charge either. I'm better at doing the lifting, and then I'm still going to do lifting. That's the thing. I'm still working. Anyways, with the collar fixed, if you can imagine that, when I went out, the collar looked a lot better. The tie was a little more better too, but that's what it looked like. This was lined up with the collar too, and yeah, that was lined up. But anyways, before I went out, I had a hat on, just a basic baseball cap, and this outfit. Isn't that ugly as hell? But that outfit protects my back and stomach a little bit if I have another epileptic seizure. It allows me not to get cut up because it has the thick leather. It's very useful. And having a dark one like that makes it so most people don't even pick up that it's leather because you don't want it to be leather. Leather's out of trend. When's the last time you saw somebody wearing a leather vest? So I go with this really dark navy blue real suede one, and it has that suede pattern, kind of making it look like a fabric. But it also has the thickness that protects me. Now I also have some plasticky impact vests with the bowl tag on it. It's a bowl on the tag. It's just basic black, but it's too big. But it works well with those extra large, bulky, like the baggy sweaters. If you put that vest, or when I wear multiple winter jackets, I can put out one of those vests over the winter jacket, and I get back protection a little bit. But see, that's the problem. I've already had so many seizures and so many injuries. It's extremely painful just trying to walk when in the cold or flashing lights. And it's no big deal if I'm going to get treatment and if the doctors know what's going on with me and if I have housing or something like that. But it's been 6 years and the doctors are confused more than ever. We got my family doubling down on killing me so far. I've not heard back from them doing anything but misinforming the state and doctors and making things worse. That's all I've heard from them so far. The Department of Health in Rochester has tried to save money, and they've gone with my father's don't help him, it's all a fantasy type deal. So they cut off any services a long time ago. 3 years ago, they played their games. So I've got just food stamps from them, and my insurance has luckily only been threatened to be turned off a couple times. Um, and then my work I can't return to. They need me to stretch and get cigarettes, but the doctors won't do their jobs. They won't even give me hernia surgery, and they wouldn't give me the right epilepsy medication. We have to try different medications. We got to get a diagnosis quickly on paper in case I become nonverbal or if I become unable to walk and talk like last time. That was like 3 years ago. I had a seizure in the bedroom. It took me over 3 months to form basic sentences, and it took me over 3 months to really get my legs moving again, where I could just at least walk to the store or something. It was just impossible to even get to the bathroom for the first month. So if that happens again, what are the doctors going to do? Oh, that's right. They don't give a fuck. They have misinformation on my medical reports that just get me hurt. And let's just use that, right? let's not put down any of his real information, and let's just go along with the dead woman's fantasies and keep on adding to the snowball going downhill until I'm so driven nuts that I'm another one of these people who are now just driven insane by the systematic failures, when all I need is epilepsy medication that's worked in the past. Oh, that's right, though. In the past, they prescribed me these medicines for other disorders, like anxiety and stuff. Oh, how do I know it's not anxiety? Well, let me see. My legs feel like they're in ice. They stop working. I can't move my fingers at times properly. My nervous system has having me bump in the stuff and fall down and have epileptic seizures. The doctors have diagnosed these seizures with no drugs whatsoever in my system, but it's so weird to them, they just release me on the spot. But they assume that I must be doing drugs and hiding it from them, even though really I'm not doing drugs and I just want to know what the fuck is going on. But now that we know what's going on, the doctors don't want to take my information because I'm always a new patient to them. And finally, when they understand this is real and they start getting my information, then I'm pushed off the grid, out of town, and I'm living in 20 towns over, and I lose contact with those doctors. Then I get another doctor, and another doctor, and another doctor, and another doctor, and each one only gets to spend a short amount of time with me. And if they even figure out what my real disabilities are because they listen to me, the patient, by the time they start trying to work with me, I'm already losing my housing, or the shelter's already thrown me out, or they need paperwork that the doctors don't want to provide, or my family's doubled down on sucking dry my Social Security, and now they don't want Social Security to know my real file, or Social Security wants me to use my old medical information that's fraudulent, and if I agree to do that, then that makes me a fraud. But because I missed an appointment, they don't want to add any new information, so they give me an ultimatum. I can either get Social Security on my old information that my mother and father created on a fraudulent case, or I can wait another 20 years and keep on going in circles with them, trying to get the truth to them. I mean, why is Social Security making it so difficult? Oh, that's right, because they don't want to spend the money because my father fucked up. That's right, they warned me when my father fucked up, I was supposed to just sign the dotted line. I wasn't supposed to back my father when he